Hello, Dr. Eric Rice here with Health Pro Chiropractic, and I wanted to shoot this video about asthma and chiropractic because it's something that I suffered with significantly as a child, and I think it's pretty important to get the message out here about what chiropractic can do for those that suffer with that. I was fortunate enough to have an injury that led me to seek the help of a chiropractor when I was a younger, I guess, older child at about the age of 15. And, prior to that, I had been hospitalized a couple of times with asthma attacks and had to, go through the rigmarole and the kind of ER and hospital to kind of get myself back under control and able to breathe. But it's pretty frightening. It's quite frightening when you can't get a breath in and you feel like you're going to die. You're a kid and you don't really know what's going on. And so anyway, long story short, I started getting chiropractic care for kind of a mid to lower back injury that controlled the nerves that went to my adrenal glands. And your adrenal glands pump out epinephrine and norepinephrine, which are your body's natural bronchial dilators, which open up the airways and allow you to breathe. The rescue inhaler that a lot of asthmatics have is basically an albuterol inhaler that copies or mimics the effect that norepinephrine and epinephrine have on your bronchioles. So when I was going through that chiropractic care, I slowly started to realize that I didn't need my rescue inhaler as much, and eventually not at all. Now I know not everybody is going to be this case, but what I do think is important is that there's a mounting body of evidence that supports chiropractic care for helping your autonomic nervous system, your breathing as part of your autonomic nervous system, get back online and function normally. So I still even have my old peak flow meter here, old packaging and all. And this is one of the tools that if you're an asthmatic, you utilize to kind of monitor the progress of your asthma and how well you're doing with that. So there's a couple factors and these are my boys, healthy boys. I thought I'd throw this picture up of them. So no asthma in their world either, which is great. So there's been a number of studies on chiropractic and asthma and how beneficial that can be. I'm going to put up some studies here in kind of the notes once this gets posted up to YouTube, so you can take a look at it. And I'll also post the link to my presentation here so you can take a look at that as well. So a lot of studies, a lot of things that support what we do in chiropractic for asthmatics. A couple of the key things allopathically in the medical world that they do to treat asthma nowadays. It's kind of a two-pronged approach. They look at the level of inflammation that's going. Well, they don't actually look at it. They assume that it's there because it is. And they use a steroid inhaler that's designed to be used like daily, that combats the inflammation in the bronchioles there. So the problem that I see with that, and admittedly they will as well, is that corticosteroids chronically weaken the individual that uses them. And that's been known in just about every instance that they're used. And that's why they're designed to not be used in most instances for a long term. But when it comes to asthma, it seems like they've kind of given the green light on that. However, it still does weaken the individual and lead to more and more problems down the road. So I don't look at that as a sustainable thing. Ultimately, we look at the health of our country and our children, and we see chronic issues at an alarming rate that are continually increasing. So why is that inflammation going on in there? That's one of the things that I propose that we should look at to help actually deal with the underlying issue with that. So there's a couple laboratory tests that I would suggest. C-reactive protein, homocysteine, and then a fatty acid profile will give you a really good idea about the base level of inflammation that person has going on. And those results will direct the suggested supplementation that you should be doing to help improve that, as well as there's some dietary changes that can improve the level of inflammation that you've got going on in your body. The other big thing that's done in the medical world is that rescue inhaler scenario. So again, with my my particular issue, I had a problem with the part of my spine that controlled the innervation to my adrenal glands. Now, for individuals that we would deal with coming into the clinic that are suffering from asthma, you would want to do an analysis to determine, okay, is there subluxation dysfunction in the nervous system, in the region of the nervous system that innervates the adrenal glands, as well as a number of other areas that could help with that. So, so that's essentially the chiropractic approach, at least that we would do at Health Pro, to analyze that individual and determine a plan of care to help bring back a normal functioning person. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful, and at least it leads you to ask some more deeper questions about the underlying issue of why that's going on there. Because as human beings, we should be thriving in our environment, and we shouldn't be suffering with these things needlessly. So give us a call, and we'd be happy to get you checked out and see what we can do for you. It's significantly changed my life, and it helped me go down a path of becoming a chiropractor once I saw that it wasn't just improving my back pain, but it was helping the overall function of my body and bringing it back to normal. So thanks for tuning in, and hopefully this was informative. And again, this will be up on YouTube to check out, and we're here for you. Take care.